Hello and welcome to this week's Compass Minerals Core Questions with myself, Blake Aerni. So I grew up a Sporting Kansas City fan, was coming to games all the time at Community America Ballpark when they were the Wizards, and then when they rebranded. I was at the first game out at Children's Mercy Park, which at the time was Livestrong Sporting Park, and just grew up, loving soccer. Growing up in Kansas City, of course, loving Sporting Kansas City, and eventually was in college at the University of Nebraska and decided I should, pursue broadcasting. It kind of was a roundabout way, but ended up getting into broadcasting and thought I'd just start reaching out to different broadcasters, and Nate Bukaty was one of them. And luckily enough, he had an opportunity that I could come and be, an intern here at Sporting KC and, work with the broadcast crew, and one thing led to another, and here I am as the play-by-play broadcaster. So my favorite sporting moment, it's a kind of a touchy subject, because in 2013, I had committed to go to my best friend at the time. He's still my best friend to this day. His name's Trace. I went to his birthday party because he has a December birthday, and I think it was in December or I don't know exactly when the date was for the final, but it was probably November, December. He had his birthday party around then, and we went to laser tag. And so I decided way in advance that I was going to his birthday party, and I wanted to be a good friend, so I committed to do that. And my mom had an extra ticket. She was going to take me to the game. So my older sister ended up going to the game, and they sat in front of, up in the standing room only, and the penalty shootout was right in front of them. I hear all these great memories that they had, and I wasn't there. So that should be my favorite memory at Children's Mercy Park, but it wasn't. I would say my favorite memory that I had in the stadium, my favorite sporting memory, was there was a playoff game years ago. I don't know what year it would have been, but it was against the Colorado Rapids, and it was freezing cold, pouring rain, and me and my dad would go. He would take me to a lot of games, and so this was a big playoff game. And I remember sitting in the south stand, and we were both just, freezing our butts off. It was so cold. And he looked at me and he was like, "Do you want to go get hot chocolate?" And I just remember sitting there with my hot chocolate, watching Sporting win. And as we're walking back to our, to our car after the game, our feet are just getting soaked because the rain is pouring through the parking lot. And I get into the car, take my shoes off, wring my socks out, and they're rock solid with how cold it was for that game. I'll have to look back at what year that was, but that was my favorite memory. I feel like my memory of all the years kind of is just, all crunched into one, but what my favorite kit was, it was that dark indigo kit with kind of the lighter blue across the hoops. Was it Hoops 2.0 or Hoops 1.0, whatever that was, that kit in the long sleeve. I think he was maybe Iko Parra or Benny Feilhaber. One of them would wear it with long sleeves. That was my favorite kit. Oh, outside of MLS, okay, I am a Chelsea fan. I grew up, don't even know really a whole lot of the story of why I became a Chelsea fan. I had a friend, I think, whose dad was a Chelsea fan, and for some reason I just gravitated towards them and have been a Chelsea fan ever since. Loved, 2012, they won the Champions League. That was when I really started to get into it, and so they won the Champions League. I was fully in. Before that, I had a Drogba kit from that 2012 season, and I will forever hold that, in my memory. It's in my parents' house somewhere. It's way too small for me now, but that's my team outside of MLS. Okay, no, this is one that I've always thought about. So I've always thought knee slides look extremely satisfying, and that's my dream someday, is to be able to go out on the field somewhere, whether it's Children's Mercy Park, even out here, I don't care where it is, but to hit a great strike, score a goal, and then just a perfect knee slide on that wet grass. That would be my goal celebration. It's fun to be on this side of things, so thanks for tuning in to the Compass Minerals Core Questions.